This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the show. Today, we're diving deep into the ancient oceans with an exciting new exhibit at the Mayborn Museum. Sea Monsters Unearthed brings visitors face to face with some of the most fascinating creatures ever to rule the seas millions of years ago. Created by the Smithsonian Institution, this immersive exhibition features incredible fossils, including a 23-foot-long mosasaur skeleton. I hope I'm saying that right. You'll correct
Sounds great,
me.
yes.
You'll correct me if I'm wrong. Tells the story of groundbreaking discoveries, though, made along the coast of Angola that are helping scientists better understand our planet's prehistoric past. Now, this exhibit will run through the end of August. It offers a unique opportunity for families and students and enthusiasts of all ages to explore a lost world beneath the waves. So joining us today, Molly Noah with the Mayborn Museum, and it's good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Anne. We're excited to be here.
Well, of course, you know I love the Mayborn, and when it was first being built, 22 years ago?
22 years ago.
22
yes.
years ago, I was walking through that upstairs, and I said, bring on the grandkids. I had no grandchildren at the time. Now I have 3 granddaughters, and they're coming during the summer, and we always have to come to the Mayborn. They love the Mayborn, and they're just kind of growing up with the
Yeah.
Mayborn too.
Yeah, I think that's like a really fun thing for the Mayborn and the Central Texas community is that with these big traveling exhibitions, there's a chance for people to come back every year and have kind of a new experience. And so we love when people bring their grandkids up, all over the US, and every summer they get to come back to the Mayborn, and that's kind of a fun tradition. We love that.
Well, and you have some special ways that people could become members of the Mayborn. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But first, let's talk about this Sea Monsters Unearthed. What makes this such a special exhibit?
Yeah, definitely. I think for us, it's so fun to go back in time. We're going back 71 million years, which is actually when Waco would have been underwater. We
Yeah.
were the Western Interior Seaway. And so this exhibition is really special because it's kind of comparing Central Texas underwater to other parts of the world, specifically Angola. And so much.
Now Angola, that is, help me,
Far, far away in
Africa, right? We're talking Africa, other side of the world.
At the time, many of the continents were still much closer together.
Right.
About 130 million years ago, South America and Africa actually started splitting up, which
You can sort of see how they might have fit together like a puzzle.
puzzle piece.
Uh-huh.
So if you look today, you can kind of see where they would have lined up. But of course, when these two continents split, they created an ocean in between that. And so this actually led to kind of an incredible time of productivity in terms of these ancient marine reptiles, really in terms of the ocean in general. Lots of new species start popping up. There was an abundance of food, and body sizes got much larger. And so,
Yeah, we see these fossils and they're gigantic.
yes, they're huge. Part of the reason for that too is, reptiles, once they entered the ocean, they were really wanting to regulate their temperature. It's
Mhm.
much easier for them to regulate their temperature if their body
If
sizes are much larger.
they're big.
So that's why we see these creatures that were huge. I mean, massive apex predators.
Yes. Well, so this exhibit comes from the Smithsonian. And so how did this happen? How does the Mayborn score these wonderful
Yeah.
exhibits?
So we're incredibly proud to be a Smithsonian affiliate. We're actually the only Smithsonian affiliate in Central Texas. So
Really?
it really provides us a great opportunity to bring world-class exhibitions, amazing objects, and research from Washington, D.C. to Central Texas. And something I think is great about that is it really allows families here, they don't necessarily have to go to Washington, D.C. They
Right.
can have these world-class experiences here in their hometown.
Well, and I remember when, again, I harken back to when the Mayborn was being built. that whole space is now this space here is going to be for these traveling exhibits, because before there just wasn't the room
Right.
to
Yes.
allow for this kind of if you wanted to have something like Dynamation or some of these big traveling exhibits, you had to go to the fairgrounds or find a room to put it in. But now you have it
Yes.
at the Mayborn.
Yes, and we've been able to bring some pretty great blockbuster exhibits. We had Titanic
I
several years
remember
ago, which was
Titanic.
so fun.
What a
Um,
wonderful exhibit that was. And
yeah.
just made it a huge party with a gala dinner and the whole
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Yeah.
We reached kind of a whole new level of audience that summer.
Yeah.
And so it's been fun to kind of bring those people back
How
each
many years
summer
ago
and
now was
see.
that?
That was my first summer at the Mayborn, so that would have been 2018.
Yeah,
So
it's been a
it's
while.
been a while. I kind of want us to bring it back, but it was such a fun exhibit, and I think
Mhm.
really paved the way for some of our other blockbuster exhibits that we've had.
Yes.
We had Scooby Doo a couple of years ago, which was so popular. People really loved
And
Scooby
did that
Doo.
surprise you?
It really did, but we got the Mystery Machine from the movie that came out in the early 2000s, and people came from so far to come see the
To
Mystery
see it.
Machine. And the kids that would come in and be like Scooby-Doo fanatics, that was a really fun exhibit for us. So,
Well, it's summertime, and moms and dads are looking for things for the kids to do, and to have a special exhibit like this one that features a 23-foot mosasaur.
yes.
Mosasaur. Tell us about this prehistoric predator and why it's
Yeah.
important.
So mosasaurs are kind of, to me, the ultimate apex predator. They basically would have had like the body power of a shark with the jaws of a crocodile and the hunting prowess of like a modern day orca. They were
Wow.
very, very fierce apex predators. And they kind of ruled the oceans. They could be very, very large. They would eat pretty much anything, including each other. The exhibit actually has the stomach contents of a mosasaur. So we can see that they were eating sharks, they were eating each other. And this actually really allows scientists to reconstruct entire food webs and ecosystems from millions of years ago that, we wouldn't really know necessarily. And so while the mosasaurs themselves are really cool, what we actually are discovering from, digging these fossils up out of the ground is actually helping us reconstruct their entire ecosystem.
Well, and what they think
Yes.
it actually might have looked like with
Yeah.
flesh and or whatever.
Well, and something that's also kind of cool about the exhibit is that we, an artist did kind of a rendering of what
Sure.
the prehistoric oceans would have looked like.
Mhm.
And so we actually have projections so that people can kind of almost step into what it would have looked like to be at the bottom of the ocean millions of years ago, which is actually very scary, but also very exciting.
Yeah, well, certainly. And as you mentioned, it focuses on discoveries in Angola. So that region, why particularly that region is important to paleontologists?
So Angola is really known for their very impressive fossil specimens. The way that the fossils were preserved over time in rock is just premier. I mean, almost nowhere else in the world do we
Really?
have so many intact fossils. And so paleontologists love to go to Angola and to, check out all these different creatures. And so, of course, it would have been an ocean back then. And then over time became rock. And so these fossils, have to be dug up. But it's really incredible to hear about these scientists and how they're finding all these fossils. And, we still have so many questions about the timelines and what life would have looked like 71 million years ago.
Mhm.
But every year, they're having more discoveries and filling in more and more of that timeline, which is just really fascinating and might seem to some people like, why do we need to know this? But I actually think there's so much for us to take from all of that. Obviously the Earth has been through many, many changes. Not soon after this, the asteroid hits and all the dinosaurs go extinct. And so it's pretty interesting to study what the climate was like and what food sources there were and why were body sizes so large.
Because they
back
really
then.
still don't know why dinosaurs left, do they?
Well, so once the asteroid hit the Yucatan, it just made life on Earth pretty uninhabitable for a while. And so most of the dinosaurs would have gone
Just-
extinct.
Yeah, died out.
The oceans were a little bit safer. So mosasaurs did go extinct from other things. Once your body size is pretty large, you do need a lot of calories to maintain that. And so if there are changes in the environment and their food sources go away,
Yeah.
they
No
go
matter
away.
what, yeah, you got a problem. So visitors will be learning about at the time when Africa and South America, it's kind of hard to think when they were together and then separating. So, let's talk a little bit more about those discoveries and figuring that part of the
Yeah.
geography out.
So at the time, that continent would have been called Gondwana, or that's what scientists have named it.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
so
Don Juana.
Gondwana.
Oh,
And I hope
Gondwana.
I'm saying that correctly. I think I
Gondwana.
am. I've only
Okay.
ever read it. But
Okay.
so as those continents spread apart due to plate tectonics,
Right.
water comes rushing in, and now there's a shallow sea there, which now we know is like the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
But something that was really interesting in the research that I found was that there's this concept called upwelling, where as water rushes in, it pushes nutrients from the ground up, and all of these creatures were like, delicious, yum. These are great nutrients. And
Yeah.
then there's this great era of productivity, body sizes get larger, there's so much food. So entire new ecosystems were formed. And so in this exhibit, you're not even just learning about pliosaurs, but you're going to see plesiosaurs, sharks, ammonites, which is what they would have eaten. We have a really cool prehistoric turtle.
Really.
So there's really quite a few. It really does give you a good glimpse into the entire ecosystem that would have allowed these prehistoric creatures to thrive.
Have they discovered some new things, new species of
So there's
critters?
actually been a very exciting discovery here in Central Texas in the past year. So up at SMU and the Perot, I believe they have the specimen, but a new ancient marine reptile was found. And so one of the scientists that's been working on that is actually coming to the Mayborn on July 17th to give a lecture.
We're very, very excited. Dr. Michael Pulsey, he's been incredibly influential in kind of re-establishing the timeline of these ancient marine reptiles. So he'll be at the Mayborn on July 17th, and we're really, really excited.
Is that a special ticketed event or? Okay, very good. So you consider this exhibit an immersive kind of a thing with photo murals and video experiences. And so how does that help connect the visitors with the content?
Yeah, I think sometimes when you just see a big fossil, that could get a little overwhelming, especially if you don't know very much. So I think what this exhibit does really well is kind of bring you into the story. You have a lot of videos that kind of make what their lives sort of look like feel real. His photo mural is so cool. You just see sharks and pliosaurs and plesiosaurs swimming by, so it feels like you're underwater.
With them, yeah. Kind of like is it? You still have the dinosaur room,
Yes,
sort of like that.
It
Yeah.
sort of just puts you in the middle of the scene. And so I think, we tried to make it as kind of immersive and like you're stepping into this underwater world that's kind of been lost to time. And of course, we have lots of little hands-on activities with the littles. I think, for some of them, they're not necessarily going to read all the information. They might be a little young for that. But we do have some fun ways for them to connect as well.
Yeah, but and always games.
Yes.
So that's
of
where you
course.
have that sort of thing.
We have some fun games for kind of that 5 and under crowd that might not want to, read everything.
Yeah, watch the whole video. Yeah. 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 Well, you mentioned fossils from Texas
Yes.
as well that you have. The connection between these ancient oceans and the one that was covering up this area
Yeah.
back a long time ago here in Texas.
Yeah, so Waco 71 million years ago would have been a shallow ocean. And so, nothing too deep, but we did have these apex predators here as well. And so, at the Mayborn, we have our Sinosaurus brownum, which was found here in Waco. That is a pliosaur, and that's, a hometown fossil, you could say.
Yeah.
One we're very proud of. But this exhibit really gave us an opportunity to fill
And where
out.
was that found? Do you know?
I think it was found over by the dam.
Okay.
But I can double check.
Mhm.
But it's named after one of our scientists at the
I
Mayborn.
thought so. Yeah, the brown.
very
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
So it really gives us a chance to kind of show these fossils to our community who probably have never seen them before. They're often, being worked on by scientists or being kept safe up in our collections. So this is really a chance for us to kind of show them off and show people, what's below their feet, basically. And to help them kind of understand that Waco has seen a lot of transformation over millions and millions of years.
Oh yeah, no question about it. And scientists have learned so much from the fossils, and it helps us understand the world today.
For sure. I think being able to reconstruct, ecosystems and food webs of, creatures millions of years ago actually does have implications for us today. We can kind of see what are these large scale trends that the Earth has had.
A lot more. I want to talk to Molly about the Mayborn and this wonderful exhibit called Sea Monsters Unearthed. But there's also the amazing brand new permanent exhibit there, Crossroads. What the full name of it is? Cultural Crossroads. We'll talk about that. So a lot more to talk to you about, but we need to take a break. I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Bumblebee Blinds in Waco and Temple. You can enhance your space with Bumblebee Blinds, offering a wide range of custom window treatments. A trusted certification installation team will make sure your job is done right. They offer a warranty with every purchase. Call Kayla today for your free consultation. That's 254-844-7939, 254-844-7939, Bumblebee Blinds. There's more of the show ahead. Stay with us.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
San Saba River, may I have the honor of introducing you to a new this brand new guitar that I hold in my arms as I come here to sing to your waters again. That old Takamine, I still have it with me. It's locked up the hill in that ratty old van that I parked here for years to mingle my tears with the waters that run through this dry land. San Saba River, I think I'm in danger of losing myself in the noise of the crowd. I'm off to the city to play Skinner for money, and they don't need it real, they just need it loud. But I'm living my dreams, and I sure ain't complaining, and I play every song like it's my last gift to God. 'Cause one day it will be, and until then you'll see me loving the applause, but living for the smile and the nod. And tonight I'm gonna play Margaritaville, and I'll rock the house down. And then me and my new friend are gonna find our way back here to you. And I dream about the day when the songs that I play are my own silly little sound. I'll find a nice hook to package and sell off the truth. Oh, San Saba River, you've been here forever. My 45 years must be nothing to you. Thanks for not laughing as I pour out my dreams. No judgment, just silence, something only a true friend would do. Oh, San Saba River, will you do me the honor of holding my soul for a while? I'll pick it back up when we meet in Port Aransas. I'll be there in just another couple hundred miles.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Molly, Noah, and this is your job with the Mayborn is to kind of help promote things and appear on shows like this, and I appreciate that so much. How long have you been now with the Mayborn?
I started back in 2018, and so it's been a minute since I looked back and I thought it's been a while. But I took over our marketing operations about 3 years ago.
Okay.
It is always fun for me to kind of get to come on these shows and talk about the exhibits. I always have to do kind of a crash course on the research for the exhibit.
I was going to say, because
And-
these are kind of detailed questions
Yes,
that we're getting into, and you have to know. And with each new traveling exhibit, it's a whole new set of information for you.
Yes, I can answer quite a few questions about what it's like to go to the bathroom in space, ancient marine reptiles, and what was found at the bottom of the ocean with Titanic. So, I
Love it.
Lots of topics.
I was going to say your brain is. So, what did you study in school? How did you get to this point in your career?
So I actually studied anthropology and museum studies. So this exhibit for me has actually been a little bit more fun because this is a little bit my background.
Sure.
And then I went to graduate school for museum studies. And so starting out at the museum, I actually was in visitor services, and then over time migrated over to marketing, which has been really fun. I love that I get to kind of do a crash course in each exhibit and kind of obsess every 6 months on something new. That kind of piques my interest.
And that is great. Of course, the Mayborn has, as we mentioned before the break, has now this brand new cultural crossroads exhibit, which is in a kind of the back section of the museum, and you kind of go through that to then go outside to the Bill and Vera Daniel village in the back, which again my granddaughters love. They love ringing the school bell. I mean, they may have outgrown that at this point, but it is such a wonderful experience to spend time at the Mayborn. There's so many different things. You really need to plan on 2 or 3 hours at least. Yeah, for sure. And if you want to spend some time outside this time of year, make it earlier because it's pretty. There are a couple of buildings that have air conditioning.
Yes.
Still.
They put some AC, which would not have been time appropriate, but that's okay. In Texas, I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
So our church and our commissary have AC.
Right.
You can go in, sit down, relax a little bit.
Yeah. Cool off a little bit. But yeah, let's talk about the cultural crossroads because this has been it was a good long period of time in planning and then executing, and you just recently opened it to the public. And just your thoughts on that exhibit and what it means here in Central Texas.
For sure. We had worked on that exhibit for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And so when we opened it on April 30th, I think we all just let out a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, no, we made it.
We made it. We worked with, over 20 different advisors on that project.
Yes.
With the Comanche tribes, the Wichita tribe, the Black community here in Waco, the Chicano community here in Waco. And so, we really wanted to capture the stories for people that built Waco. And so Cultural Crossroads is really all about what it took to migrate here to Waco, what it took to live here, build houses, have food, build communities like churches and rodeos. And so we hope that when people go and see this exhibit, they just learn a little bit about, what needs to be from Waco and what it took to build this community. And what are the forces that are still at play today, that we can kind of explore. So I think something that is kind of our standout piece is really our Wichita Grass House.
Mm-hmm.
Very closely with the Wichita tribe to build this grass house. It's the first Wichita grass house that's ever been built indoors and the first one with the flat scratchy. So very excited. But that was a really a long process. We harvested all the grass, worked and tried to build the structure. And it's really pretty magnificent when you see it. We're just so proud of how it turned out. So happy that it's,
not and available to the public.
Well, and it's such a remarkable part of what a museum does in honoring and respecting the contributions of people and even critters when it comes to fossils and things and that's really kind of what we're talking about this new and this is a temporary exhibit, this Sea Monsters Unearthed. It's going to run through August 30th, so you have the whole summer to do this. But for families with kids, it's the hands-on experience. Really, you can almost see the light bulbs going off.
Well, I'm so glad you mentioned light bulbs because this fall at the Baylor Homecoming Parade, we're going to reveal our huge 18-foot light bulb balloon.
What?
That's going to say "Sparking Curiosity," which is kind of our motto.
That's
at the
right.
Mayborn Museum. So we are actually very excited to kind of make that concept come to life at the parade. We think it's going to be really, really
How
fun.
fun.
We've been working on it for a while, and so we're very excited for it. We'll have a big reveal at the parade.
Okay.
But yes, the Mayborn, we always have a traveling exhibition, but then we also really have such a great permanent collection and great permanent exhibit.
Yeah.
Our discoveries are 2 floors filled with different hands-on activities. In the past 2 years, we've really seen a surge in our design den, which is kind of like our maker space where families can go and create anything that they want, basically, out of recycled material. We have everyone's creations kind of on this counter, and it's very fun to see what all these families kind of come up with.
Well, and honestly, my granddaughters, they can get off into that area and be happy working on things for a long time. That's why I say 2 hours may not be enough for everything
Honestly, maybe.
that the younger set wants to do there. There's so many things there. But let's talk a little bit about the origins of the Strecker Museum.
Yes.
Was down in the basement of the Sid Richardson Science Building, and man, kind of humble beginnings in a way.
Humble beginnings, humble building, certainly compared to what it is today.
Yeah.
But our museum really did start with the Strecker collection,
Yeah.
And grew to today now having, over 200,000 objects in our collection. And, scientists that are doing research on it, publishing on it. And so we still feel very connected to the Strecker name and to that legacy. And we have a room in the museum that's kind of dedicated to the way that it would have looked,
Yes.
all those years ago.
Yeah.
And so it is so cool to kind of see over time how the museum has changed and how Baylor has changed. As of course, we're part of Baylor University. And so, but it's very cool too, because we still have people in the community that were like Strecker associates that were very, dedicated to that original collection and supporting it. And, we still have them coming to the museum, which is pretty incredible, in terms of just keeping those relationships going and, supporting these incredible objects that really tell the story of our community.
Well, and the Baylor connection is so very important. Of course, now the Mayborn Museum is the home of Baylor Lifelong Learning, which is such a wonderful contribution to the community, really, and that I've had the privilege of being a presenter for many years. And it's you just get to know friends, and this museum was my home away from home for like 6 weeks at a time.
Yes.
So
and teaching those courses, it's a lot of work for you guys.
Yeah, but it was so rewarding and so much fun from the standpoint of what I would learn about music, and it was kind of a vocal thing that I was doing. But you have lecture series, and so where can folks learn about the upcoming fall? I mean, there'll be a fall class for Baylor Lifelong Learning.
So our fall classes will drop on July 9th, actually.
Okay,
And
coming right
so,
up, yeah.
Our drop day is always it's a big day at the Mayborn. We release all the classes. Some of them sell out. So
Yeah,
it's always very
Anything to do
exciting.
with Brad Livingstone.
Yes, and he has a class this fall. So
Sign up
we're
early for his anything
anticipating.
he's doing. Yeah.
Yes, our theater seats 188, and we have filled it before.
Oh yeah, I know
so
he has.
It's very popular. But yes, our fall classes, I'm so excited about them. Brad Livingston will be back teaching a course on history.
Good.
And we are going to have just a really kind of robust kind of slate of classes. And
Yeah,
I
a
think
wide variety of interests for
yes,
folks.
for sure.
Um,
The other
yeah.
piece of lifelong learning that has really taken off is we actually had a group that was in Europe the past 2 weeks doing like a World War II memorial tour. So lifelong learning going international now, which is very exciting.
Good.
And then we have our tour SIGs, which are like our special interest groups, and they've been going on tours at, the Amazon facilities here. They've gotten tours at Armstrong Browning Library. So there's, you can take the classes, and then there's also all of these other opportunities for people to kind of get involved and meet people from their community and just have fellowship that way.
There is no excuse for anyone to say there's nothing to do in this town.
Truly.
Absolutely. Well, so what has been the reaction so far? Back to the exhibit, the Sea Monsters Unearthed. This opened the very end of May, you say, and so what's the reaction been?
It's been amazing, actually. Our attendance is the highest it's ever. We are having the best summer we've ever had, which we're very happy.
Good.
And we've really gotten to connect with a lot of paleontologists here in Texas that have just been really, really excited about this exhibit. So it's really helping kind of deepen our relationships with researchers and scientists, which is always a really good thing for us. But I also think it's just been really cool to see families kind of understand, like, oh my gosh, Waco was underwater. That's so wild.
Yeah.
We had a film crew come in recently, and they were filming school kids as they were kind of experiencing the exhibit. And they just kept saying, all of them were saying, wow, this is so crazy. And at the Mayborn, that's always kind of our number one goal, is to have a kid come in and be like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
As you say, sparking curiosity for sure. So it's going to be there through August 30th.
Yes.
So you have plenty of time. And you mentioned the event with the paleontologist who's coming from the Dallas area, from SMU. Right?
Yes. Dr. Michael Poulsen, he will be here on July 17th.
Is that a
starts at
Saturday?
6. It is, I believe,
I don't even know.
I think it's a Thursday.
Okay, a Thursday.
But I would need to double check on that.
Okay.
But it starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And yes, we'll have a reception beforehand, and then he'll be available for questions afterwards. But we're very excited to have him. He's a wealth of knowledge and is really one of the leaders in the field. And so we're excited. We got to work with him on the exhibit, and it was we all kind of kept going in to ask him questions. And finally our collections person was like, he needs to set up this exhibit, please.
He can't talk to you anymore.
So we've had a lot of fun with him, and we're really excited for the community to meet him.
Oh, well, that's great. When these special exhibits come, that you're going to have a special event to go along with it. So if someone's never been to the Mayborn Museum, and I can't imagine anyone that fits that category, but what is the perfect time to visit?
Yes, well, the summer is great because really we open at 10, we close at 5, and we kind of stay medium busy in the summer. Obviously, during the school year, we're pretty busy with school groups. So the summer is kind of a great time.
Yeah, don't be surprised if you see a school bus roll up. And,
yes. But I feel like in the summer, it's great because we're just kind of busy all day, but it's never out of control. So that's kind of a nice way to do it. I like to come, right when we open and kind of say hi to all of our live animals.
Which is 10 o'clock?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay.
9 a.m. on Saturdays if you're a member of the Mayborn, but 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. for everyone else.
All right, so let's talk about membership categories. I know grandparents can have, because we've done that.
Yes.
So which is a great thing. Tell them what all is involved with that.
Yeah. So we have a couple different membership levels, but all of our memberships include free general admission for the year, some guest passes, and then a discount in our curiosity shop, which is our really fun gift shop.
Oh, it's a wonderful gift shop.
But something I think is really cool about some of our upper level memberships is that they include the ASTC passport program, which means that you could get into other museums for free. So like the Perot in Dallas, or the Houston Museum of Nature and Science, the Field Museum in Chicago, the Museum of Natural History in Los Angeles. If you're a member of the Mayborn at a certain level, you can get into those museums for free. So if you're a big museum person, I highly recommend that. I think it's a really good way to be able to, have something to do if you're traveling. And then we also have some really great access memberships. So we have one called Museums for All, which if you are on Lone Star or EBT or food stamps here in Central Texas, you actually can get a membership for $15 a year.
Oh, wow.
And so, we really want to make sure that Mayborn is available to everybody in the community.
Sure.
And we want everyone to be able to learn about sea monsters. And so I think that membership option is really great too.
Oh, yeah, that is great. So you have a wonderful website. You have a Facebook page and all that kind
We've
of
got it all. We've
Yeah,
got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, and that's where you can find any admission information,
Yes.
details about things that are happening at the museum. I know here it is, we're looking at July, and yet Christmas is a wonderful time.
Yes,
at the
yes.
Mayborn.
And we'll have a new exhibit in the fall called Attack of the Bloodsuckers.
What?
Which is a very spooky exhibit. It's all about, the things that bite you.
Like
So,
vampires and things?
well, mostly leeches, mosquitoes, lots of little critters that kind of are in our community. And so we'll do some fun Halloween programming for that.
Oh, good.
And then we'll have our big train exhibit for the holidays, which is always very, very popular.
Mhm.
And of course, we'll bring back New Year's Eve, where we do a big balloon drop every New Year's Eve in our rotunda, which is always very, very popular. And I think this year we're going to try to do 2 drops so that everybody gets a good seat.
Yeah, right. Everybody wants to see it. And you give the Spark Award, which I think is such a
Yes.
wonderful thing
Yes.
to
So
honor, longtime volunteers at the
Yes.
Mayborn.
So we have every year we give out 2. So this past year we honored Alice Starr and Berkeley Noss. They kind of chaired our 20th anniversary campaign, and so we wanted to honor them.
Yeah.
This year we're very excited. We're giving away 2, but one is actually going to be voted on by the public. So we really like the idea of the public being able to honor someone for sparking curiosity in the community. And so we're hoping, people nominate school teachers, administrators, members of the press, all these different people that have, been such an important part of growing this community and sparking curiosity.
Oh, yeah, it really, that's wonderful. Well, I like to end these little visits with a questionnaire. It's similar to the one the late, great James Lipton did on Inside the Actors Studio. And you may have done this before with Rebecca. I can't
Okay.
remember. I don't know if you have or not. I've talked to so many different people. But this is going to be your version, Molly. So,
Okay.
what is your favorite word?
Oh, my favorite word. In marketing, I feel like I'm always like searching for synonyms and like
The perfect word.
the perfect adjective.
Yeah.
But I would say maybe awe-inspiring, which is
That's hyphenated. You're all right.
hyphenated.
Yeah.
That's something
No,
that I
that's
feel
good.
like we're always trying to achieve at the Mayborn is we
Uh-huh.
want people to come in and for them to feel awe and to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves and to be able to learn about, just all of the amazing things in their community, but also all of the amazing things in the world. And so I feel like that's a word I'm constantly typing in our
Yeah.
copy and, when we're trying to create goals for things. It's
Well,
always
when
so
you walk
inspiring.
into the rotunda and see the T-Rex, I mean, that
Mhm.
is just right off the bat.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
So many school kids coming in and being like, "Oh my gosh, a T-Rex!"
I know.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, and they're off to the races. And well, what is your least favorite word?
Ooh, no, probably.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. So, what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I feel like I'm such an ideas person. My boss and I talk about this quite a bit. Rebecca. She and I work so well together because she is really type A and I'm really type B. I'm kind of the ideas person, and I'll throw out pretty crazy ideas to her, and she'll be like, "Ugh, okay, yeah, I guess we can do that." And so being at the museum itself is just so inspiring for me. I feel like, every day I walk out of my office and I'm around people who are having amazing experiences and are just really excited.
Yeah.
Or they're screaming, crying because they don't want to leave, which is also inspiring. So I feel like just going to work every day is pretty fulfilling for me and pretty
Yeah.
exciting. But I do feel like kind of thinking through ways that we can engage our community even more is always very exciting for me. And that's actually really how our New Year's Eve event happened. Was we really wanted to find a way for families to kind of have a constructive thing to do on a big holiday.
Right. That didn't involve drinking.
Yes, kids deserve to celebrate New Year's Eve too.
That's true.
But sometimes midnight is too late for them to stay
Right.
up. And so having something at noon for them to kind of come do, celebrate, and then go home, we just wanted to provide that for them. And
That's
so
fun.
that's been a really, really, we had no idea how popular that would be. I blew up 2,000 balloons just this past year, and we'll probably double that this year.
Yeah,
So,
especially if you're doing 2 different sessions.
yes.
That's a
Yes.
great
So,
idea. That's
it's been a ton
wonderful.
of fun.
Yeah, that's great. So conversely, what turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Yeah, I think probably when I'm hit with the like, well, we've always done it this way.
Right.
That is very uninspiring to me. I do understand that, having institutional knowledge and a history of things is really
Sure.
important and definitely helpful when you're planning.
Mhm.
But I like to kind of go for it. So when people tell me no,
Right.
or we can't do it because we've never done it that way before,
Never been done this way before. Yeah.
I'm like, well, we could be the first, and
Yeah,
that's very
that's right.
exciting.
Yeah. What is your favorite sound?
Hmm. I really love the sound of the pitter patter of my dog's feet when he's coming to greet me
Yeah.
after I get home from work. He's very excited, and that always makes me very happy.
And you know that sound.
Yeah.
What about your least favorite sound?
Oh, probably the sound of the wasps in my
Ooh.
backyard.
Oh.
Very scary, and I need to take care of that, but I'm very afraid of them. And so when I hear them, I just run back in my house. They have control of my backyard right now. So
Okay. Didn't you have one backyard monsters or something? Didn't you have some sort of a something with backyard insects, or I don't know.
we have backyard ecology, which is
Yeah.
all about the animals that you'll find in your backyard.
Yeah.
So that exhibit might have a way for me to deal with my wasps.
That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so you went to school to study museum studies. I mean, you're right in that niche. Was there a job or a career or something at one time you thought, oh, I might like to try that, or it would be fun to do
Yeah.
this?
Definitely. When I was in graduate school, I spent quite a bit of time studying Navajo textiles, and the history
Really?
of the different chiefs' blankets and kind of the evolution of design in that world. And so there was a long period of time where I wanted to be kind of more in that Native American art community. There's, you can be a critic or a curator or just a supporter. And so I spent quite a bit of time in that in graduate school and just after graduate school, meeting different artists and interviewing them and just learning about that art form. And that was really, really cool. Very different from what I do now, but sometimes does still kind of come up at my job. So
I was going to say, as you're putting in the cultural crossroads, I'm
Yes,
sure
for
through some of
sure.
your experience there.
We actually did commission quite a few Native artists to do some pieces for us. And so that was actually very cool. I,
Yeah.
got to kind of get back into that world a little bit, which was
Yeah.
fun.
What job then do you know you wouldn't like to do that? No, thanks.
Oh, I my sister is a therapist, and I think that job would be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't talk about it too much because, she wants to be sensitive to her clients, but
So necessary, but
so necessary.
they're hurting,
Yes.
and then you got to make them hurt more. That
Yes.
would just be hard.
It would be, it would
But
be
it's
very
for their own
hard.
good.
Yes. And I think it's like, when you go to the doctor, they're like, okay, here's what's going on, and here's the medicine you can take for it. And, here will be the outcome. I think in therapy, it's a much slower and maybe more convoluted process.
Yeah.
So I think the healing can take a long time.
Yeah.
So I know she's had clients for, years.
Yeah.
And I do think for her, it's really exciting and affirming, but I would find it really challenging.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't. I want to stay far away from
Yeah.
physical therapists as long as I can. Well, one last question: when you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you, Molly Noah?
Oh, Oh. I hope he says blowing up all those balloons was worth it. You brought a lot of joy to those children. They had a good time, and it was worth spending your holiday doing that.
I love it.
That's what I hope he said. It was worth it.
It was worth it. Oh, thank you so much for spending some time. I know you got so much going on at the wonderful Mayborn Museum. It's right there on University Parks Drive on the Baylor campus. You cannot miss it because there are
Yes.
more.
There's three
Three of
very large bronze mammoths.
Very big bronze mammoth, the baby one, and everybody wants to take their picture with it. But in the summertime, do not put your hand on it.
No, the bronze gets very hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a sign that says please don't touch.
Word to the wise: do not try to touch the mammoths. But yeah, such a wonderful place. I just I love taking a visit there virtually here with you today, Molly, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Yeah, stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
Polo Neuro is a new kind of wearable. that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.